Namaskar. Welcome to this edition of News Bulletin. In the headlines today, Mr. Deepak Chattara's CEO, Rourkela Steel Plant, calls upon the RSP collective to maintain consistency in production, safety and quality. And National Seminar on Waste to Wealth, Effective Utilization of Solid Waste of Steel Plants concludes. Now, the news in detail. Let's maintain consistency in production, safety and quality, said Mr. Deepak Chattara's CEO, Rourkela Steel Plant, to the plant collective on 1st March while visiting the departments that have registered remarkable performances or fulfilled ABP targets in the month of February 2021. He was accompanied by Mr. Rajbir Singh, EDPNA, Mr. Pankaj Kumar, ED Projects with additional charge of ED Works, Mr. C.R. Mahapatra, CGM in charge, MM and Marketing, Mr. P. Nigam, CGM FNA and other senior officers of RSP. The CEO visited Coke Ovens, Steel Melting Shop 2 and Plate Mill departments. He interacted with the senior officers and employees and congratulated the collective for meeting the ABP targets. The CEO commended the efforts of the collective for achieving the production targets and emphasized upon maintaining consistency. Expressing his immense pleasure over the consistent brilliant performance of the units, he urged the collective to ensure steadier production in the entire chain of units. He also urged all to make every possible effort to achieve high safety standards. Mr. Chattaras presented bouquets and sweets to the blast furnaces and associated departments, namely Sinter Plant, Raw Material Handling Plant, CO and CCD Services, Captive Power Plant, Energy Management Department and Power Distribution for achieving the ABP target of hot metal production in February 2021. Similarly, for achieving ABP targets in crude steel production, he felicitated units like SMS-1, SMS-2, Calcining Plant 2, Oxygen Plant, Crane Maintenance, Refractory Engineering Services, Instrumentation and Automation, LDBP, PPC and Quality. For achieving ABP targets in saleable steel production figures, he felicitated units like Hot Strip Mill, Plate Mill, New Plate Mill, CRM, Special Plate Plant, Pipe Plant and Roll Shop. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Singh commended the sincere efforts of the RSP collective and urged them to sustain the performance and production. In his address, Mr. Pankaj Kumar reiterated the need for enhancement of quality and improvement in safety, housekeeping and other techno-economic parameters. He also emphasized upon road safety and strict adherence to the SOPs and SMPs to avoid accidents. Mr. Mahapatra also congratulated the collective and appreciated the teamwork of different departments, while Mr. Nigam exhorted the employees to make use of the current market opportunity and lead the plant to greater height. The collective, led by CGMs and HODs of their respective departments, reiterated their commitment to give their best and help the plant achieve further glory in the days to come. A national seminar on waste to wealth, effective utilization of solid waste of steel plants concluded at Indo-German Club on 27 February 2021. Mr. Deepak Chattara's CEO RSP was the chief guest in the seminar organized by Institution of Engineers India, Rourkela Local Centre in association with SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant. Many other senior officers of RSP and SAIL, officers of Pollution Control Board, and 61 delegates from different SAIL units and associated industries and members of Institution of Engineers India, Rourkela Center, participated in the program. In all, 12 numbers of presentation were made by different participants, pertaining to transforming waste into wealth by gainfully utilizing them in the national seminar. The thrust of the program was to focus on gainful utilization of solid, liquid and gaseous state waste in the steel and process industries. During the different sessions, the participants exchanged thoughts on commercial utilizations of waste, value addition to the waste, thereby increasing returns and its effect on reducing cost of production and finding cost-effective engineering solutions to gainfully utilize dust, slag, sludge and other waste of the steel industry. During the function, Mr. Deepak Chattaras was felicitated for his visionary leadership and contribution in bringing RSP into a mode of excellence. The scroll of honor was read out by Mr. C.R. Mahapatra, CGM, MM and Marketing and Chairman, Institution of Engineers India, Rourkela Chapter. Ms. Ankita Bilong, Deputy Manager, CP2, anchored the program. Here we come to the end of today's news bulletin. Namaskar.